Hi, I'm Liz. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to go through a practice all about creating space in the body. So lots of opening up, lots of focus on the breath as we move in and out of shapes. This can then create space in your life for the things that you're wanting to bring in. So sometimes if we're wanting to change things or we're wanting to start something new, first of all, you've actually got to create that space to allow that to happen. So we can often keep ourselves really busy and distracted, and that can lead you kind of in the wrong direction that you're wanting to go in. And we can sometimes do this unconsciously because we're a little bit scared to take the steps to bring in what we're wanting, because it can seem a little bit scary and it's unknown territory. So today, just allowing yourself to breathe, allowing yourself to move and feel that openness in your body, and then that can start to play out in your life. Finding a comfortable seat to begin. So either sitting on a chair, sitting like this on your knees, or sitting on your buttocks, or a cushion. Lengthening up through the spine. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Slightly tuck the chin. You can close the eyes down if that feels okay. Otherwise, coming into a soft gaze. Finding that awareness of your breath. Just use this little moment here just to take a check-in of where you're at today, whatever time of day it is for you. And a nice way to check in is, how are you breathing? So is it short and shallow up in the chest, in the shoulders, and the neck? Maybe there's a little bit of stress or anxiety. Or are you able to breathe nice and smoothly, nice and full? So if the breath is a little bit shallow, it's a little bit rigid, see if you can start to smooth that out. So nice, smooth breath in through the nose, feeling an expansion of your belly, your ribs, up into the chest. Breathing out nice and smoothly, drawing the belly in lightly, emptying the breath out fully. Doing that again, breathing in nice and smooth. Breathing out nice and smooth. So if we're able to breathe smoothly, breathe fully, this alone creates space in the body. It also brings in relaxation, allows us to focus on what we want to do and where we want our attention to go. And take a few more breaths here. And if the Ujjayi breath is within your practice, bringing that in now. So that gentle wave-like sound of the breath. This allows us to stay focused, brings a little bit of heat into the body. The eyes are closed, gently open them up. Bring the hands down by your side. So whatever seated position you're in, you can do this. Reaching the arms up, breathing in. You might look up and then breathing out, bring the hands back down, chin towards the chest. Breathing in, reaching up, looking up if that feels okay. Breathing out, little tuck of the chin, looking down. Breathing in, reaching up. You might find a little back bend happens here. Breathing out, chin to chest. Might be a slight little forward bend with the spine. Let's do that one more time. Breathing in, breathing out. Notice all the dog hair that you've got on your clothes. Coming into a 4-point kneeling position now. Hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. So we're going to do a little bit of a wag tail. So you're actually going to bring your knees together, lift the feet off the floor, and then start to move the hips from side to side. So kind of like you're kind of spinning on the knees. And then whatever feels good for you. So it may feel nicer to have a little bit of extension through the spine. So the belly's dropping down to the floor. There'll be a little bit of an arch through the lower back area. It may feel better to come into a little bit of flexion and slightly tuck the hips under. So just explore those two positions with the spine. And it can actually help free it up to stay in the position where you feel a little bit more tension. So for me, it feels like a little bit more tension if I've got the extension happening, so the belly dropping down to the floor, the hips are pressing up. So I'm just going to stay here for a moment and really think about opening up through the lower back area, through the hips. It may be different for you, so just do whatever feels best. Do this for about another 10 seconds. Keep pressing down into the palms. And then slowing that down, just reset yourself, knees back underneath your hips. And we'll take some spinal circles. So we're going to be rolling the rib cage out to the right and then pressing up, rolling the rib cage over to the left and then dropping the belly down, opening back up towards the right, up and around, down to the left. So from the front, it looks like this. So we roll out to the right, press through the palms, rolling the spine up, out to the left, and then back down and around. So we'll do this a couple of times or a few times to the right side. Still breathing nice and smoothly. You can breathe in as you roll out and then breathing out as you roll up and around. Do that one more time to the right. Going to the left now. So taking it up and around. Seeing how big you can make this move. Really nice move to open up through the midsection. Love that feeling as you press up, feeling that through the shoulder blade area. Do it a couple more times to the left. Coming back into a bit of a neutral spine, pressing the hips into child's pose. So you can reach the arms out long if that feels good, or resting your forehead down to your fists. Nice deep breaths in and out. Next time you breathe in, pull the body forward. Tuck the toes, pressing the hips into downward facing dog. And for the first one of the class, feel free to walk your feet out from side to side, bending one knee, then the other. Maybe turn the head from side to side or nod the head up and down. Exploring the movement to begin. Pressing evenly into the palms. Take a deep breath in, come up onto the tippy toes. Press the hips up towards the ceiling. Let the head drop down between the arms. As you breathe out, start to lengthen the legs out, just as much as feels okay for you. So the heels might touch the ground, they might not. Don't let that be the focus. Just work with your body and where it's at. You may find as we move through the practice, it starts to open up a little bit more, but we don't force it. Looking forward, walk the feet up towards your hands. And I've worn the wrong shirt here because it's just going to flap around everywhere. And then bending the knees, folding forward over the thighs. You can let the upper body hang here, maybe grab opposite elbows. Take a little swing from side to side. Release the elbows, press down through the feet. Start to roll up through the spine, squeezing through the glutes, engaging through the core, coming up to a standing position, rolling the shoulders up, back and down a couple of times. I'm just going to face the front here. So we're going to take our right leg, put it behind our left, and then breathing in, reach the right arm up, breathing out, take a little tip over to the left side. Press the right hip out. Come back through to center. Step the right foot out. Take the left foot behind. Breathing in, reach up. Breathing out. Take a little tip over to the right side. Pressing the left hip out. And stay nice and tall, nice and open through the left shoulder. You're not collapsing forward. Bring that back through to center. We'll do that one more time to each side. So stepping right foot behind the left, right arm reaches up and over, and then take that little tip. Nice open through the side body. One more time to the left. So left foot steps behind, left arm reaches up and over. Press the left hip out. Come back through to center, finding your feet at the top of your mat, standing in mountain pose. So feet either together or hip width apart. Slight little softening of the knees, tuck the hips under, lift the chest, slightly tuck the chin. Breathing in, reach the arms up. Breathing out, fold forward. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, fold. Breathing in, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Breathing out, folding forward. We're going to do that one more time. Breathing in, reaching out through the crown of the head. Draw the belly in as you fold. Plant the hands down. Step back to plank. Drop down to the knees. Bend the elbows, lower the body all the way to the mat. Bring the hands out wide, fingertips on the floor. So like you're cupping the floor with your hands, shoulders down. Breathing in, lift the chest up, squeezing through the back side of the body. Breathing out, fold forward. Breathing in, lifting up, shoulder blades come together. Breathing out, fold. You can start to add any kind of movement here. You might want to look over one shoulder and then coming back down, looking back towards the floor. Breathing in, coming up, looking over the opposite shoulder, coming back down. Let's do that one more time to each side. Breathing in, lift, look over the shoulder, breathing out, Breathing in, lifting up. Breathing out, coming back through to center. Bring the palms back near the shoulders. We're going to press back up into a plank. So check in with the shoulders, make sure they're down. Toes are tucked, nice and long and strong through the spine. Press yourself back up, see if you can do it in one nice movement. Press the hips, downward facing dog. Take a look forward, step or lightly jump the feet between the hands. Halfway lift, forward fold. Breathing in, come all the way to standing, reach the arms up. Breathing out, palms down through center, hands by your side. Breathing in, reach. Breathing out, fold. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, plant the hands, step or jump back. We're going to go straight into downward facing dog here. Pressing the hips up towards the ceiling. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Breathing in, take the right leg into the air, open through the hip. So the knee bends. Think about seeing if you can bring your heel down towards your left hip, or as close as you can get it there. Take a breath in, bring the hips back through the center. As you breathe out, step the right foot through, drop the left knee down. Breathe in, reach the arms up, and then breathing out, bring the hands behind, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. So we'll hold here for a couple of breaths. So shoulders are back and down. Think about sinking into the hips. One more breath in and out. Breathe in, reach the arms up. Breathing out, bring the left hand down to the mat. Option, lift the left knee, open to the right side. Really pressing through the left palm, nice and long through the spine. Bring the right palm down to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Breathing in, take the left leg up, opening through the hip. Keep pressing through the palms. Breathe in, back through to center. Breathing out, left foot steps through. Right knee comes down. Reach the arms up. And then bring the hands down and around. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. So imagine you're trying to press your fists down towards the floor. Let's be mindful of the lower back here. So think pelvis tucks under and then shifting forward. One more breath in and out. Circle the hands. Bring the right palm to the mat. Option to lift the right knee. Open to the left side. It's a beautiful twist here. Getting that thoracic nice and mobile. Bring the left palm to the mat. Stepping back, downward facing dog. Take a clearing breath here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bend the knees, look forward, step or lightly jump to the top, halfway lift, forward fold. Breathing in, come all the way to standing. Breathing out, hands down through center, mountain pose. Just going to take this shirt off because it's a little bit annoying. Just connecting back into the breath. Coming back into that intention of creating space in the body, to create space in our life, to create whatever it is you are wanting to bring into your world, the life you want to live. Breathing in, reach. Breathing out, fold. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, plant the hand, step or jump back, straight into downward facing dog. Breathing in, right leg lifts, opening through the hip. And then stepping the right foot through, we'll come up into a crescent lunge, reaching the arms. And then the same thing with the hands, bring them down and around, intertwine the fingers. See if you can go opposite thumb on top, roll the shoulders back, tuck the hips, and then lifting the chest. So nice opening here, squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening through the front side of the body. Keep pressing through the front heel, press the front knee out. Take a breath in, reach the arms up, coming into that twist. Plant the left palm down, reach the right arm up. Keep the left leg really active, pressing out through the heel. We're going to open this into peaceful warrior. Circle the right hand back down and around, plant the left heel, reach the left arm up and over, and then either looking back at your left leg, or you can look up at the right arm or the palm or the ceiling or sky, whatever's above you. I really like that option of looking back at the leg here, reaching down with the left palm. Take 2 more breaths. Reaching over with the top arm. Circle the hands down. Option if you want to, take a little flow here. So strong through the core, bend the elbows, lower. Press through the palms, lift the chest, upward facing dog. Press the hips back, downward facing dog. Take the left leg into the air, opening through the hip. Nice and smoothly, step the left foot through. Crescent lunge, reaching up. Circle the arms back. Try again that opposite thumb on top. Roll the shoulders, lift the chest. And then think about that nice open through the front of the body, like you're trying to lift the heart up towards the sky. Nice and stable and steady through the lower body. Breathe in, reach the arms up. Bring the right palm to the mat. Take the left hand towards the ceiling. That beautiful twist. And then opening that into peaceful warrior. Plant the right heel down. Bring the arms up and over. Whatever option feels best for you. Two more breaths. Circle the hands back to the mat. Option again, take a little flow here. That feels good. Otherwise, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Breath out. Bend the knees, look forward, step or lightly jump to the top. Halfway lift, forward fold. Breathing in, reaching the arms all the way up. Breathing out, hands down through center, mountain pose. Let's go through one more flow on each side. And then we'll come on down to the ground. Breathing in, reach. Breathing out, fold. Breathing in, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step or jump back, straight into downward facing dog. Breathe in, right leg lifts, open through the hip. Nice and smoothly, step the right foot through. Crescent lunge. This time, we're going to squeeze the elbows wide. So again, lifting the chest, but think wide with the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades down the back. Breathing in, reach up, we'll do that 2 more times. Breathing out, squeezing down and back. Breathing in, breathing out. And then this time, we're gonna try for a half moon position or shape. So we're gonna take a little bit of a leap of faith here. So you're pressing through the right heel, a little bit of balance here. You may need to tap that back foot in. Bring your right hand down to the ground, or maybe have a block handy, not that I said we'd be using blocks at the start of the class. And then think about opening the top hip, slight little tuck in of the toe, and then play around with bringing your right hand off the floor. Don't get too serious about it. If you fall over, just get back up, try again, have some fun with it, holding and breathing, and then stepping that back. Peaceful warrior. Might not look peaceful, but we can make it feel peaceful. And then we'll come on down into side angle. So you're going to bring your right hand either to the thigh or down maybe somewhere on the leg, to the ground maybe, reach the top arm up and over. Now if you find yourself like this, lift up a little bit higher so you can open through the chest. Keep the back leg really active, pressing out through the foot, lengthening up. Beautiful shape here. Lots of great openings in the body. Bring the palm down to the mat. Take a little flow if you want, otherwise straight into downward facing dog. And we'll go last side. Take the left leg up, open through the hip. Well, there's only 2 options really, isn't there? The last side, the left side. Step it through, reaching up, and we'll squeeze the elbows down. Breathe into reach. Breathe out, squeeze. So you want the hips to be nice and square to whatever it is you're facing. Last time here. And then we'll attempt our half moon. So you've got to find that balance first. Find the stability on this left leg. Trust yourself. And then maybe you need to kind of tap that foot in. Maybe it stays on the ground to begin with. And then take that lift, opening to the side. Pressing mainly through the heel. Woo. This is what the practice is all about, right? It's practice. You have a bit of fun with it. Some days it'll feel amazing and you'll have heaps of balance, and other days you might continually fall over. As long as you continually get back up. Nice and smoothly come back into peaceful warrior, or as smoothly as you can. Focusing on the breath. Into side angle, or your version of. And as you're breathing, really think about that breath as it comes into that rib cage area. So open, feel that expansion. And then breathing out, reach a little longer. Circle the hands down to the mat. One last flow, or one last opportunity to flow for this practice. Meet in downward facing dog. Take a little moment here, take a few breaths in and out. And then coming down to your knees, sit back into a child's pose. And walk the hands back, pressing up, make your way onto your back. Hug the knees in towards the chest. You can take a little roll around on the lower back or the spine, or roll up and down the spine. Bring both feet down to the floor. Take your right foot across your left knee. And then option, you can stay like that. Little pressure out on the right knee just to feel a nice opening through the hip area. Or you can lift up, reach the right arm through that little triangle you've created, either behind or in front of the left knee. And then pulling that in, press the right knee away with the elbow. Just check in with the shoulders. Don't need them hunching up around your ears. Keep the right foot where it is. Release the hands, bring the left foot down to the mat, and then take the right foot down to the left. So creating a bit of a spinal twist here. A little bit more through the lower kind of body. You can reach the arms out. Keep the right foot flat on the floor. You can sort of take the knee up towards the ceiling. You might feel that a little bit around through the IT band area. And then make your way back through to center. Take the right foot up towards the ceiling, grabbing somewhere along that leg, either below, above the knee, maybe it's the foot, might trigger grip the big toe. Again, just checking with the shoulders, they don't need to be up around the ears, roll them back and down. Press the heel up towards the ceiling, toes come down towards the forehead. So we're looking for a nice opening here through the back of the leg, through the hamstring. You might feel that all the way up through the knee into the calf. Releasing the foot. Bring the right foot down to the mat. Take the left foot over the right knee. And then whatever option works best for you on this side. So grabbing that right knee, pulling it in, pressing the left knee away. Release the hands, bring the right foot down to the mat. Let that roll down to the right side. Again, you can reach the arms out if that feels good. Plant the left foot down on the floor. We want to get a nice opening here through the hip area, through the top of the IT band. Think about getting the knee pointing towards the ceiling. Bring that back through center. Take the left foot up And then grabbing somewhere along that leg or trigger grip the big toe. Just be mindful that it can feel and look really different from side to side. Just working with that. Remember, we're not forcing the body into anything. Slowly release that, setting yourself up now for our final resting position. If you need support under the knees or the head, adding that, maybe an eye pillow, your blanket. Make sure you're nice and warm. Rest the hands. It's where they naturally want to rest. It might be somewhere on your body. Might be palms facing down or facing up. Thanking yourself for making the time to practice. And now allow yourself to rest. And let the practice take hold of your whole system. If you need to stay longer, allow yourself to stay for as long as you need. Otherwise, start to move the body, wriggle the fingers, the toes. Find that connection back to the breath. Maybe take a nice big stretch, reaching overhead and lengthening through the whole body. It's taking your time, make your way back up to a seated position, either closing the eyes down or coming into a soft gaze. Again, just take that moment, thank yourself for making the time to move, to breathe, to create space in your body. So then we can create that space in our life. Thank you so much. Namaste. Have a beautiful day, whatever it entails, or evening, and I'll see you next time.